Alright guys, welcome. This is Purge here. We're casting TEG versus EHOME. This is part of the defense tournament, and I am co-casting here with Maven. How you doing, man?
I'm doing incredible. Super excited about this game. Seen a lot of EHOME, not that much of the old gods, so really looking forward to the match.
Yeah, the Elder Gods are actually a super good team. I've casted them a few days ago. I can't remember if it was in the E-Sahara League. I think it was in the E-Sahara League. And they just absolutely dominated with the mid-Pudge. I can't remember what team they stomped the crap out of, but it was ridiculous. Come With Me is super good. He's a very, very good player. He picks cool strategies, and he's very talented himself. So I'm pretty excited to see how they perform here against EHOME.
Yeah, definitely excited about that one. Well, like in Dota 2, everything goes bans to the picks, and of course the bans. I don't know that much about the metagame right now in Dota 2. But I'm learning in a decent pace, I guess.
Yep, and EHOME's going to start it off. They will ban an Omni Knight and a Chen, and TEG is going to ban a Nature's Prophet right off the bat. I am interested to see how EHOME plays. I haven't watched them in quite a while. I mean, I've been reading things about them, but I haven't caught any of their games for a bit. So I'm kind of interested to see how they go, but the fact that there's a Night Stalker already banned is very typical out of Euro Dota, and a first pick Broodmother is a little different. He's highly valued, but obviously a little bit more so in China than some of the European places, because I haven't seen a Broodmother in a high-level game in quite a while. He usually gets banned like second round, is what it seems like to me.
Well, I just got totally thrown off my game when I saw this freaking huge spider coming right at my face, so...
You've lost all sense for the
rest
of the match.
All my sense just flew out the window. No, but I like Broodmother, I like playing her, as long as I don't get surprised by her somewhere. I'm in a net, and then surprisingly she comes and just pops her ulti and kills me. But yeah, definitely strong, especially with her spiderlings. Can go into the woods, get a couple of kills on the neutrals. Yep. Some cool stuff.
And he's just such a resourceful solo hero. You could just sit him in a lane for pretty much the entire game. We're probably going to see EHOME throw him on their bot lane, and he's probably going to sit there literally for 30 to 40 minutes here, pretty much solo pushing, ganking in and out, and yeah, he's gonna have a good time over there. So hopefully he doesn't end up getting ganked too often for EHOME's favor, but we'll see how they can react to this. So they're really taking their time here on the picks, but it's really smart to do this. They probably already have one pick in mind at least, but you don't want to pick both your heroes until you have them both ready, because that's just a little bit more time. That's gonna give EHOME to react. So they do pick up the Earthshaker. I was expecting them. There they go. Second pick. They're gonna pick up an Earthshaker and a Crystal Maiden, picking up their first two supports right off the bat. This is not very typical. Usually we see at least one solo lane or semi carry picked up immediately. So a double support like that really surprises me.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what they're gonna put up against the Broodmother, because they're gonna need something to actually manage to not let Broodmother get too much farm, because, I mean, if you get a Broodmother too much farm, then, yeah, Crystal Maiden is definitely not going to have a easy time.
Yeah, that's true. Usually you just need a little bit of AoE. You may see something like a Sand King. Sand King is like the hardest counter to Broodmother in the metagame in a lot of ways, because he can just use that Caustic Finale. Every time he gets a last hit, if Broodmother's standing there, she also takes damage. But we do see an Anti-Mage and a Lich pickup by EHOME, which are both extremely good heroes. Both Anti-Mage, the most popular carry in the game right now. Everybody's picks pretty much are focused around countering him, and Lich's Dark Ritual is just so ridiculously powerful. I'm pretty curious to see what TEG is going to do here, because I mean, the fact that they let Lich slip through is a little peculiar in my mind. They picked up Crystal Maiden and Earthshaker in preference over Lich. Those two heroes are better ganking supports in my opinion, but the Lich, man, Dark Ritual plus that ultimate is just super imba, so I think that's very wise for EHOME to pick him up.
Yeah, once Lich gets to that level 6, pops his ultimate, and especially when they're in the hands of someone from EHOME, that's going to do a lot of damage. Picking up Mirana, haven't actually seen her a lot lately. I don't know why.
Yeah, she's not the most common pickup ever, but I mean, she's been stable in Dota for years. That's pretty much the best way to describe it. She's not imba, but she's very, very good, and that may be their tri-lane here. They can also do a long lane solo with the Mirana, and look at the bans coming out of EHOME. They're totally scared of that Sand King, so they ban the Sand King against the Broodmother, and they're going to ban a Slardar. The reason you ban a Slardar is because he counters Broodmother with his ultimate, and he's a pretty damn good counter to Anti-Mage as well, because he is a strength hero, so his mana pool is low, so Anti-Mage does low damage, and not to mention, amplify damage on any carry is just going to make you really hit him hard.
Well, yeah, we see a Tidehunter being banned from the old gods, and I can't really see why they should ban Tidehunter. I mean, obviously he's ulti and he's a good hero overall, but considering what they've picked, I don't know.
Well, EHOME is missing one support here. Lich is going to probably be one of their support heroes most likely.
Yeah.
But Tidehunter is well regarded to be one of the strongest supports right now. In a lot of ways, people just really are looking at him at the fact that he can pretty much, no matter what his farm is, he can always get off a good ulti, and or at least an ulti that's going to hit somebody. And he's a pretty good ganking hero. So I mean, a Tidehunter pick would have worked out really nice, and especially because Tidehunter is a semi-good counter to Earthshaker, because it's pretty easy to just pop that Tide ulti and break the chain of initiation if an Earthshaker happens to get like off an Echo Slam and a stun. So something like that would be pretty sweet. And they also ban a Vengeful Spirit because once again, EHOME is still looking for a second support. But their first pick is going to be a Windrunner here, which is probably going to solo one of their lanes.
So they're going to have probably Broodmother solo bot, and then they're going to have Windrunner solo mid?
Probably yes.
And then they're going to probably pick a jungler then, or forest guy.
Yeah, possibly a jungler. I think that's definitely a possibility. We're going to see a Doomringer pickup from TeG. That's going to be a semi-counter to both Broodmother and Anti-Mage is what they're going to go for. And they're actually not going to pick up a jungler. They're going to go for a tri-lane here. So this is going to mean Lion's going to be a little underleveled unless they do a dual lane. They might do something like Anti-Mage Lich mid and then shift Windrunner Lion to the top lane. That's also a possibility. And that's kind of what a lot of Anti-Mage players do. As long as you're picking smart, you can usually get lane setups that are a counter towards Anti-Mage. But what the EHOME team is going to be looking to do is lane the Anti-Mage against the Doombringer because he has a huge advantage, and that lane matchup Doom's going to be constantly out of mana. He won't even be able to spam Devour, and that is just a pain in the ass for him.
Yeah, Devour is like the gold thing for Doombringer to actually manage to get off. He needs that extra gold to get those items quick as possible.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So they have one pick left, 20 seconds here, and they're actually going to... Are you kidding? I am so surprised. Wow, they pick up Morphling. Morphling is the reason Anti-Mage got popular, because during the metagame, Morphling was Imba, and all of a sudden people are like, oh, let's pick Anti-Mage. He absolutely is a hard counter to Morphling. I cannot believe that they picked him this game. I want to see how well they perform with it, but I'm pretty... I just don't know right now. I'm pretty confused. But I can go over the team. Team EEG in the bottom left. Come With Me is going to be playing Doomringer. Coco is on Earthshaker. Freezer playing the Morphling. We have Lion playing the Mirana. And finally, Zizou playing the Crystal Maiden.
Don't ask me. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that word. So yeah, it seems like they're all going for the bottom lane.
Yes, it does, and we can go over the Scourge team as well, or the Dire team. Nuz is going to be playing the Anti-Mage, QQQ playing the Lion, X is going to be playing the Lich, and then we also have ARS playing the Windrunner, and finally PCT is playing the Broodmother. He's actually going to the top lane this game. He's going to lane on the top lane solo, which is a little unexpected, and we might see a little bit of an engagement here. Both teams roaming with 4. Anti-Mage is going to be the first to spot the Earthshaker, so they may be a little careful here. Lion is not in the front, but even then his disable is pretty weak, and Dark Ritual from the Lich first, so he's not going to have a disable either. They might be able to get
yeah, he's going to be able to get the Lion right there.
It's going to land on the Anti-Mage. Who are they going to change targets for? They have a kill on Lion, I believe, and yes, indeed. Lion gets picked off first blood. Anti-Mage is going to survive there just barely. Luckily for them, they had a better target and an easier target with the Lion, so Morphling gets first blood there. That's a 400 gold. He's got his Basilius finish. That is really, really big. An extra 6 damage for his initial last hitting, and most importantly, that much closer to getting carry items. So I'm really interested to see if they can play this Morphling effectively and out-carry the Anti-Mage. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, really nice stun there. Fisher from Earthshaker coming in. Basically what got him to get that kill on top of Lion. But Anti-Mage, well, they could have gotten a kill on him, but I think he would have blinked away quite easily.
Yeah, it wouldn't have necessarily been a guaranteed thing. I mean, even level 1 heroes, it's hard enough to get kills. You pretty much have to stack like 3 disables at least, especially when there's no creeps or tower around. And here we go. It's going to be an Anti-Mage versus a Morphling supported by the Earthshaker, Crystal Maiden, and Tri-Lane. They do have an Illusion Rune, so they may be able to take out a Lich here if they get a good disable off. There's an awesome fissure, and looks like the Lich is in a lot of trouble. AM is going to immediately blink out, but that's it. Lich is no way going to make it out of here, and Earthshaker's actually going to take the kill. Unfortunately, Morphling on the wrong side of the rocks to be able to pick that up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think actually Morphling could have gone away, gone through and pick up that kill, but he just wanted to be sure to get him to get Lich down. Because now Anti-Mage is not going to have any support at all. He's not going to be able to get those last hits, and Morphling is pretty much going to roam freely for the time being.
Yeah, and that's definitely going to be the case. And I mean, illusion runes are so good at level 1, honestly. It's one of the best runes you can have. You know, they aren't going to know which one's the real one, etc. And the constant harass is going to make a big difference. But Lich does come back here. His Dark Ritual is slowly working against the Morphling. And if we look at some of the other lanes, Mirana is on the top lane. He's going to be fighting against the Broodmother, which is not a horrible lane. He actually doesn't have his leap right now, and he's actually taking quite a few hits from that Broodmother. And on the mid lane, it's going to be a Windrunner versus a Doomerger. And Windrunner surprisingly picking up Shackle Shot first. Doesn't have Power Shot yet. Kind of surprising.
I have a little bit of problem targeting these guys because it just turns back, seeing as I was not in the spectator view. I don't know how.
Oh yeah, I've heard there were some issues if you're not spectator.
I just gotta say, like, they've really managed to make Broodmother look as freaking terrible as humanly possible. I'm literally scared when I see her right now.
Well, you have problems with spiders or something, man? Come on.
Yeah, I got arachnophobia, bro.
Well, this is. Well, I
love Broodmother. Like, I always played her in Dota 1, and now she looks really, really scary.
Well,
yeah, but there's a stun on Mirana on the top lane, and yeah, she's gonna be able to get away. She doesn't have leap, like you said, but Lion is just gonna push her back, denying her any experience whatsoever.
I'm sorry to say that Broodmother is in the metagame and has been for a decent amount of time here, so
yeah.
I think you're gonna have to just get used to it, man. It's
yeah, bro.
She looks awesome though. They did a really good job on her for sure.
Yeah.
If you're terrified, then that's a good thing. You should send Valve an email, maybe.
It's like, I'm amazed and terrified at the same time. It's a really weird feeling.
Yeah, that's something I haven't quite experienced very often in my life. But it looks like Anti-Mage doesn't yet have Mana Break here. He's pretty scared, understandably, since he's been ganked so much. He does have one Spell Shield that first level gives you 26% resistance. That is so huge. That is diminishingly, so it only ends up giving you about 19 here. If we hover our mouse over the armor cursor, it is so awesome, man. You can now see all these numbers. You don't have to theory craft and do the maths and stuff. It is so nice.
Oh, this is like, once again, yeah, they're gonna go for that Lich. He is gonna be able to get away, but he is slow. There's the morphing in, and he's gonna be able to pick up the kill.
Wow, I thought for sure he got blocked off there, and I thought, man, Lich is gonna make it, and then Morphling picks up another kill here. And this is like literally the only reason they're winning here is because they have a tri lane versus a dual lane. If this was a tri versus tri, I mean, Anti-Mage does have the mana. Well, he doesn't yet have Mana Break. But in most scenarios, Anti-Mage is not the worst tri-lane hero, and this is kind of why Morphling saw a lot of dominance, is because he could just steal these kills every time reliably with Waveform while supported by a Crystal Maiden and an Earthshaker. But I mean, Lich is just now at level 2. There's literally one ranged hero and one slow, and that is all they have to try to shut down this tri-lane. And to make matters worse for them, they don't even have a ward in the side jungle to spot when those supports are coming, so that is literally why they're getting shut down here.
And even though, like, I don't know why, but Lion has been pulling creeps for the whole game since he got ganked there on level 1, helping out Broodmother, which I don't really think he needed to help Broodmother with that, because I think he could have taken care of Mirana on his own, and should probably have focused on getting Anti-Mage fatter.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a weird situation. They're kind of forced into this based on their picks, basically. I mean, the Spider Inlings are tanking up the neutrals, and the best part is basically that Lion is getting solo EXP, and that is the reason that he is in the jungle. It's because if you do tri-lane him, he's going to be low level for a really long time, and his Impale, the stun duration gets massively increased here. We might see another kill on the Lich. Wow, he does get picked off. Morphling on a killing spree here. This is looking really bad for the Dire team.
Morphling has got a really good farm now, and I really don't see this Anti-Mage getting any farm soon. I mean, he hasn't even gotten his Ring of Health yet. He does have the money for it. He does have boots and the Basilius Ring, but if we look at Morphling... No, that was Morphling. This is the problem with with the UI. Anti-Mage just has the Stout Shield and 500 gold, and now it seems like they're going to be able to pick up and kill an Anti-Mage. Now he's going to be able to blink away.
Yeah, and he's just now level 3, picks up his second level of Spell Shield, is so terrified about dying, and once again, Lion's still pulling on the top lane. His stun, it's only oh wow, the duration is actually 1 second at level 1. Is that really true? I thought, oh, okay, I thought it was like a 0.5 second stun at level 1. Nope. I'll have to look into that later. I could have swore that's wrong. I'm pretty sure those numbers are wrong.
I don't know.
I think they are. I could have swore.
Maybe they changed it. Yeah, I think so too.
I'll have to check it out. I thought it was 0.5, 1, 1.5, and 2. This is shifted up by an extra 0.5. I'll have to check that out later. Make sure that's not a bug.
Yeah. And in the meantime, like, Anti-Mage getting a little bit of farm right now, but he's still just so far behind, having to focus on getting healing solves, getting tangos, and well, I just don't see him doing anything at all for at least a couple of more minutes.
Yeah, and still very, very nice warding. Crystal Maiden immediately, as it becomes nighttime, places a ward in position that's going to keep constant vision of Anti-Mage and Lich. Windrunner's going to bottle up an Illusion Rune on the bot rune spot, and Earthshaker now doing a little bit of roaming here. He's actually going for a Soul Ring. I'm a little surprised about this because he is quite ahead here. Come with me, level 7 at the mid lane. Still 16 seconds of cooldown for Doom, and this is going to be what they need to wait for, but he's actually going in for the gank here. He's going to... Are they going to spot it out? I think Windrunner did ping on it.
I think they did, yeah, and they have a Lion coming in right here. That Earthshaker's in a real dire situation right here. Now he goes in, there comes Lion, he's going to get the stun off, and there's the power shot coming in, and the Hex, and Earthshaker's going to go down. And I think, yeah, that was the first kill for EHOME this game.
Yeah, very, very nice kill there. I don't know if they barely spotted him or something. I'm quite confused how they got the vision. Earthshaker didn't back up in fear. Like, you know, he didn't seem like he spotted him. And very surprising Doombringer build. He actually has max Scorched Earth right now. This is not typical at all. The duration is extremely long, though, up to 14 seconds, and gives you a lot of regen. So it's getting him a lot of lane staying power. And another kill on the bot lane. It's going to be Lich going down. Man, this is looking so bad for EHOME. 6-1 currently for TEG, and they do have a hard carry. The only thing that EHOME has going for them right now is this Broodmother's getting pretty good farm here. Lion is quite highly leveled for support here. He's virtually a solo lane, and of course Anti-Mage is a pretty good counter to Morphling, but Morphling's going to have such a big farm advantage, I don't know if it's going to matter. Yeah,
and actually Broodmother managed to pick up a kill on Mirana right there. And yeah, like you said, Broodmother is probably EHOME's last hope. Right now, at least, that Anti-Mage not going to be able to do much. Windrunner, well, he did pick up a couple of kills. 1 kill. But he doesn't have the best farm either. If we look at how many creep stats they got, I mean, Windrunner is up on 27, whereas Doombringer is on 35, Mirana on 31. Morphling actually hasn't that much. He got 28, which is good, I guess, but I'd imagine he would have had a lot more.
Well, you always also have to look at the fact that he has 5 frickin' kills at and he just killed Anti-Mage. They just killed Anti-Mage on the bot lane. I barely missed that, unfortunately, but Anti-Mage goes down. Only 1 level of Blink. Yeah, he just has 1 level of Blink here. This is part of the problem with getting the max spell shields. You have to use it very carefully. I don't know the circumstances of his death, but he did end up dying there to that Morphling. So Morphling up to 5 kills here. That is such a big advantage. He's got Waveform maxed out, could be nuking for 325 damage. And he will have his Lincoln Sphere up pretty damn fast. I would expect like a 15 minutes Lincolns here.
Yeah. I mean, everything has been going TG's way right now. This is not a stun coming in. Is he going to be able to block? Yeah, he is going to be blocking Lich right there. He's going to go inside. Crystal Maiden is looking for the kill. There's this blast coming in, and a waveform from Morphling is going to pick up the kill.
Yeah, very good waveform by Morphling there. He uses it at the same time to get a kill and to get out of danger there, which was very, very well planned out by him. And you know, moves like that make a huge difference. Now he does have his Perseverance finished with that Ring of Basilius. His mana regen is up to 5 per second. That is so big. And now they're going to be pressuring the Anti-Mage again. He's a little worried. He does get the first stun by the Earthshaker. Earthshaker, no Fissure currently. There's the AoE. And will he end up dying here? We're going to see a Fissure right now. There's the stun.
Yeah.
Crystal Maiden needs the ice block, and he's still got 5-second cooldown on the blink, and he dies. That's the issue, man.
Wow. He just had rank 1 blink, 12-second cooldown, I guess. And I don't like the way he blinked. To blink down against the river, I think he just, well, maybe it would have just blinked right into the woods or something.
Yeah, or if he just would have blinked north instead of south, or ran south, just blink north. I mean, he put himself in a position where his escape path was extremely long. I guess he was maybe fearing somebody else ganking, like a Doombringer or something. Doom was missing in action, but yeah, he ends up getting picked off. Not the best decision making here, but even still, I mean, he's just in a bad situation with under farm, and he's only like level 4 or level 5 now. Just has 1 level of blink, so that's basically the reason he got picked off there.
Yeah, and Mirana is going to be going down with the help. Lion and Broodmother is going to pick him up without any problem at all, really. I don't even think Broodmother... Yeah, he didn't even pop his ulti to get that kill, so...
And pretty good Broodmother build so far. He does have the Oblivion Staff with the Soul Ring. Is he going to be able to pick off Flanker? Good reaction time here for the Radiant team. Is going to spot out the Lion. Lion up to level 7. Now, Lion didn't even use his ulti either, so very, very good saving there. And that is pretty big. We're going to see an Oblivion Staff, or Orchid of Malevolence coming out of the Broodmother, and that's going to be a Silence, and that's going to be super good against Morphling. That's one of the few things that really shuts a Morphling down.
Yeah, but the problem is Morphling does do a lot of damage, even though he doesn't need to use Waveform. I will look now, he's just pounding on that Anti-Mage so hard. Anti-Mage actually blinking back.
And it looks like we're going to see the first team fight in the mid lane. We're going to see an illusion get picked off. Line will immediate ult on the Crystal Maiden. We see Doom go down on Line. Just one more hit on Line, and that's going to be it for him. I think with Scorched Earth they will be able to catch up. We'll see if we get a deny here from the Windrunner. He's going to go for it, and he's going to get the deny. Yes, he does indeed. They weren't able to catch up. There's another stun on the Windrunner, and there's no way Doombringer is to be able to follow up on this. He just doesn't have the nukes right now.
Yeah. He's just going to be able to use Windrunner, run away, and well, it was a 1-for-1 trade. Crystal Maiden against Lion. And now it seems like Broodmother is going to be going on top of that. Mirana isn't going to be able to get him. It does seem like it. There's no one actually going to be running away now. He's going to be able to leap and get out of that situation quite valiantly.
Yep, and the one advantage Morphling does have over the Anti-Mage is he can replicate the Anti-Mage, which gives him that mana break passive. Any illusion does have, any melee illusion does have mana burn, so he can use that offensively, and once again, since he does have a big farm advantage, he's up to 1,600 gold here. He's going to have his ult in order shortly, and definitely he's going to be very, very close to getting a 14 or 15 minute Lincoln Sphere, so I think that's going to work out really nice.
Yeah, he does need to be a little bit careful. It looked like Windrunner wanted to go down and try to get a gank on him. He's still there, but it seems like Windrunner just went back to his lane instead.
And there's the gank on the Broodmother. Absolutely great bait there by TEG. That was so good. Priest Moon sitting with 50% HP in the nets. Started taking a few hits from the Broodmother, and immediately, while it was still nighttime, Crystal Maiden and Earthshaker in position, dusted and reacted, and got a kill there. Very, very nicely done there.
Kill that spider.
Yes. So then Maven doesn't have to look at it anymore.
Exactly. Keep him dead for as long as humanly possible. No, but it seems like, yeah, Lion is going to the middle. We do have Windrunner there with the Illusion Rune. Could be seeing a gank on top of Doom right here. It does seem like they want to. There's the Scorch Judge, and Earthshaker is going to be coming from behind. Going to get that stun off on both Lion and Windrunner. We have Mirana TPing in this leap, actually getting the Starfall off as well. I do think Lion is going to be going down. Yeah, he didn't actually get that deny though.
Yeah, he did level death him right before that deny possibility, so unfortunately for the Dire team, they're not going to be able to pick up. I was a little scared for Doombringer there, because he did back into the fight, but he did have Scorched Earth on already, and the Vanguard as well is going to keep him extremely tanky against a bunch of primarily spellcast damage, so understandable that they got that kill successfully. There's a fissure on the Windrunner, and the Chain Arrow, this is going to be really bad for Windrunner. That's going to be it. She's going down there. Windrunner doesn't save you from everything. Yeah, for sure.
They timed that perfectly with the stun into the arrow, and then it was just, they had too much nuke with the level death as well as the Starfall. Was really not that much that Windrunner was able to do against it.
And Morphling continuing to solo against Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage getting closer to his Vanguard. He doesn't have boots yet, still needs about 800 gold here to pick up that Vanguard. I literally think Anti-Mage is going to have his Vanguard by the time Morphling has his Lincoln Sphere. Yeah, he's about 1,000 gold away. They're literally equal farm away from their core items, kind of, except Anti-Mage doesn't have boots, so wow, this is rough for him.
Yeah, I heard it's good to have boots. You run fast with them or something.
It helps. It helps a few things.
People say that I should get boots more often.
Yeah, you probably should.
I tend to go for just the Divine Rapier at the start of the game.
It's not the best item build. I mean, it can pay off sometimes, but I think primarily it's going to get you into trouble. So.
Yeah, you just get a Crystal Maiden, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best item build. There's a waveform on the Anti-Mage. He's going to try to pressure him back. We do have a support here in position. It's going to be Earthshaker. But now they're doing decent damage. There's the fissure. Will he change targets? He's not going to. 3 seconds left on the waveform, and doesn't really quite have the burst damage yet. We'll see if he goes for a Manta after the Linkens, or maybe go for an Ethereal Blade. Probably going to be a Manta, though, because Manta is going to give him a lot more options to use against the Anti-Mage.
Seems like we're going to be going into team fight pretty soon with Lion Lich and Anti-Mage from the Dire team, and Crystal Maiden, Shaker, and Morphling from the Radiant.
Yeah, we're about to see a fissure. We did see a Soul Ring pop by Earthshaker, but he doesn't quite seem ready. He will drop the fissure on the line. It's going to force down his HP just a little bit here. And he can keep spamming that since he does have that Soul Ring, so that's pretty good for the Earthshaker. And Crystal Maiden also just with boots as well, so I think they could definitely win this. The line is pretty squishy, as well as the Lich. Lich has pretty much nothing.
Yeah. Well, Mirana is having a little bit of trouble facing this Broodmother in the top lane. Broodmother almost has that Orchid, but
he is very close.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him to actually carry this game. Right now, it's definitely in favor of the Radiant.
Yeah, we might see a Soul Ring cell from the Broodmother. That's going to put him extremely close. He's going to be literally About 300 gold away from picking that up. Actually, if he does sell a Soul Ring right now, he's going to be like 25 gold away from getting his Orchid. Once you do get the Orchid, you don't really need a Soul Ring anymore. 225% mana regen will be adequate. And there's the Doom going on the Windrunner. Are we going to see an arrow land? Priest of the Moon. Oh man, they need to take the haste. He does get the haste. And Windrunner's only chance of surviving there is absolutely gone.
Yeah. Really nice leap there from Mirana, getting right in there, taking that haste. I was a little bit curious. That was like Doom from out of nowhere. Windrunner was a bit away, but he knew that his teammate Mirana would be able to pick up that.
Yeah, if you disable Windrunner's chance to use Windrun, she is no different than any other squishy hero. It's literally that one ability that makes her so ridiculously survivable. And the phase boots, when you get doomed, you can't use any of your items either. So, I mean, just a slow, old, low HP hero up to 850 HP. That's literally nothing. That is no different than like a Bracered Crystal Maiden or something.
Yeah. I just want to look at this Lich and what he has. He has 100 gold, and he finally gets his boosts and 4 Iron Badges and a TP scroll.
It's pretty cost effective, but yeah, he's died a few times. The Orchid is purchased by the Broodmother. He actually does save the Soul Ring here, so gonna pay off in a little bit here, and he pops his ulti randomly. A little bit of a mistake there. I don't know what that was about. He's going on the Earthshaker though. If he does pop his ability, there's the silence. Gonna take a few hits here. I think he's gonna be able to get him, and very, very nicely done. Saves the net to just destroy the trees, prevent all juking opportunities, and a really good gank by the Broodmother. Now the Sentinel team knows that they're gonna have to be careful. They may have to actually try to shut him down. It's 14-6. They're still at a huge advantage. Morphling is farmed like crazy. Does he have it? He has his Lincolns. A little later than I thought he would have it, but well, at least he hasn't bought the recipe. He just now purchases the recipe, and it is on the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in a straight-up fight between Morphling and Broodmother, I still think Broodmother will come out on top. But with the combined force of all the all the Radiant team, I do think they come out a little bit on top.
Nah, Broodmother's a semi-carry. There's no way that he's going to out-carry Morphling. I mean, the Orchid is going to be really, really useful. If he gets into melee range with his ulti, and Orchid's the Morphling, there could definitely be a lot of issues. But, I mean, Broodmother's going to have to, at the very least, use the spawn Spiderlings to disable the Lincoln Sphere. Otherwise, the Orchid would get disabled by the Lincoln Sphere. And once Morphling gets a Manta, you can just absolutely stop the silence by just doing the Manta split. So I think Morphling, if he gets a little bit more farmed here, he's actually really going hard on this kill for the Lich. Oh man, huge juke from X here. Dodges the waveform, and that could be it. Morphling ends up making a huge mistake there and giving a kill to the Anti-Mage. Very, very nice play there by EHOME.
He got a little bit too greedy right there, I must say. Could have easily just gone back. And obviously, if he had caught that waveform, he would have been killing Lich, but yeah. I still think it would. I don't think it would have been worth it anyway.
Well, he was gonna bank on using his ultimate to get out of the danger. That's one of the nice things about Morphling. He's a pain in the ass to kill. You almost have to chain disable him. He's very much like a blinking hero, because if he does have a replicate, he can just immediately go there. And that's what he was banking on, but I think he probably ran out of mana there, and that by the couple too many hits, and after that he was just screwed. And Lion's gonna probably get a kill here on the Priest of the Moon, and yes indeed, they do pick up that kill. There's the support TP's Crystal Maiden now, and the Earthshaker, and yeah, that's a guaranteed kill on the line. A little bit of an Echo Slam waste there, but they do get the kill, so not a huge deal.
Yeah, I think he just needed an enchant totem, stomp the ground, and he would have been fine, but he just wanted to hit the big drums, and, well, like you said, he did pick up the kill.
Yep. Doombringer picks up the Windrunner on the mid lane and missed that one as well. He did end up using Doom on that, so that's going to be doing a lot of damage, 50 damage over time, over 13 seconds. So much damage, such a pain in the ass for Windrunner here. And this is honestly the first Doombringer game I've seen in a long time. We haven't seen nearly as many teams pick him up, surprisingly. Just not quite as popular. And there we go, Anti-Mage getting spawned on by a Replicant, and he just about burns all of his mana out, down to 58 mana. He does have his Vanguard completed, but the fact that Morphling has been soloing against Anti-Mage pretty much this entire game is pretty funny. Earthshaker's going to be in position here. He does have his Soul Ring still, but they may be able to pick up this tower here. I think they will. I don't think any Dire team is going to, or any Dire player is going to react in time.
No. Well, there's the fortification. I don't see why they used it though. It doesn't seem like they're in any position to actually defend. No, that tower is going to be going down.
I mean, yeah, it can push Morphling away from CSing for like 5 seconds, but that's literally all it accomplished, and maybe made it a little less likely that they were going to last hit the tower. They didn't actually last hit it. There were a lot of creeps hitting it, so it's semi-understandable, but here comes a gank on the mid lane. The Scorched Earth going to keep Doombringer alive. Man, is such a good regen on him. There's the Relic, and wow, Lich gets bursted down before he even gets the ulti off, and Lion wastes the disable on Morphling. Oh my god, he thought he was going to get that kill with his amp damage or adaptive strike, but it's only level 1, did virtually nothing, and there's the haste pop on Doombringer. He's going to be able to get this kill for sure. Oh man,
where is he?
It's juked. Wow.
Yeah, he gets juked. Whoa. Lion actually managed to get away from there. Really nice play by Lion, and well, Doombringer can't be happy about that one.
Yeah, or Morphling, man. He made the first primary mistake that was a huge mistake in a lot of ways. Just assumed for some reason that his adaptive strike was going to be or adequate. Anti-mage here getting nuked by the Doombringer does so little damage here. Are they going to be able to pick him off? He still has half of a Doom cooldown left. They need to put every nuke on him possible, and he still has no time. There's the blink, and not effective enough, man. They didn't have any follow-up disables. Well, Earthshaker Fish with the high ground. He's not even going to go for it there, and that's what happens, man. Spell Shield stops so much Doom damage. They'll go on the Windrunner instead, and they may be able to get a kill. I think they will. He dodges the arrow very, very nicely down by Windrunner. And the Starfall as well. I don't know if he's going to be able to survive this. We need another Ice Block from the Crystal Maiden, but he's going to have another cooldown in just a second. And he will survive. Another good escape by EHOME. And in the meantime, Broodmother pushes the tower. This is why Broodmother's so nasty, man.
Yeah, and he's up to level 15 now. He's actually the highest level hero in the game. I really think if they just keep him, let him push that lane, he's going to be even more bad to deal with. I don't know. I just couldn't find the words for it.
Yeah, it's definitely understandable. And at this point, Morphling's farm is not quite adequate enough to be able to carry against the Broodmother, because he's had so much more CS. And if we look at, there's got to be a gold per minute here. Well, that's the difference in gold earned. We're up to 7,500 difference, which is pretty huge. I'm looking for F4. Yes, what is our gold per minute? Morphling is at 407. Broodmother's at 415, so he is actually 200 gold ahead of the Morphling, so he's doing pretty damn good, and his items already are very, very great for shutting down Morphling with that Orchid, but we'll see as soon as he gets that as soon as he gets his Manta up, it's going to be a little bit of a different story, and as he moves from his Manta into his Ethereal Blade or his Butterfly, it's going to be a whole different story, and we're going to see Morphling start just absolutely nuking the crap out of some squishy heroes.
Yeah, seems like Broodmother is going for that BKB. It's going to be helping him a little bit against that Earthshaker and Mirana, but oh yeah, and obviously the Doom. But
yeah, you have to pop up before you get doomed, and even then I don't think it does anything, actually. It's like, BKB doesn't do anything against Doom, basically. It's very, it's a downer. It's like, shouldn't this at least stop the damage? No, you still take the damage. It's rough, man. Doom is such a, it's such like an obscene ability. It breaks like all the rules compared to almost every other ultimate, so Doombringer does just about have his Radiance. That's going to make a big difference. There is still semi-carry potential from him, despite the fact that Morphling isn't as obscenely farmed as we would have expected him to be. And here's the Broodmother gank on the top lane. We do see an Echo Slam as well, but it doesn't disable him, and this might be okay for Broodmother. This is the waveform. I don't think they're going to get this kill. Broodmother is just too fast here, and a team fight on the mid lane as well.
Yeah, and actually Doom picking up a kill there on Windrunner. And Broodmother actually managed to get away. I did not think that was going to happen, but he was just too fast.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Earthshaker didn't get his chain stun off. If he would have gotten the Echo Slam stun with Aftershock and the Enchant Totem stun, that could have been it for sure. That's a couple extra seconds of Morphling auto-attacking, and that definitely would have made the difference between getting the kill. So he's going to end up surviving. He'll probably pop his ulti in a second to heal back up, but TEG is going to pick up the mid lane tower. Mirana actually last hits that. She is up to a Yasha Treads. Nothing too fantastic, but she did a decent enough job of farming against the Broodmother, despite dying a couple times. That's pretty much not too bad, honestly.
Yeah, I really like the sound that whenever you kill a tower, there's like this dramatic sound coming in. It's like, oh,
yeah, it's
someone killed the tower. So like, oh shit, we missed a tower kill somewhere. But yeah, real nice stun there from Earthshaker on everybody. Not gonna be able to do anything with it yet though, but.
And it looks like the Radiant team going to take that tower in the backup. I would love to see them go on the bot lane. The arrow is actually not going to land on anybody. Windrunner playing such a good game despite just getting ganked constantly by that Doombringer. There's a Fissure as well, and the level death very almost kills Windrunner. Yeah. She pops her mech though. It's going to keep her alive.
Broodmother actually pushing the lane once again down on the top lane. Morphling has to TP in there to manage to hold this off. just wait for him and killing everything in his way. And now Broodmother seems like he's going to be engaged on top of the Morphling. Is he going to be use his Orchid? No, he decides to back off.
He's probably going to want to nuke down these spiders in a second here. They do actually give pretty good money. And there's the ulti's popped. A little bit of a problem here. Morphling, he apparently has used his ultimate. Yeah, he's on the bot lane. He used his replicate when he was there before he TP'd. And that is the nastiest thing about Morphling, man. You can just go from lanes to lane. It's just like having a boots of travel. Doombringer's going to swap positions. He's going to the top lane, much better suited to deal with that Broodmother because he does have a Vanguard and the Radiance there. It's going to protect him from so much spider damage. And the Radiance is just going to clear out spiders. So he's going to probably just hang out there and stop the push while the rest of the Radiant team ends pushing here.
Yeah, Mirana going in there, trying to do something on the Lion after he missed his arrow. But the whole team of EHOME was there to pick up the kill on him.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake there. He was definitely out of position. Broodmother actually does kill the Doombringer here, using his ulti, and the Orchid goes for him and picks him up. Huge pickup there. That is pretty huge. I didn't think he was going to be able to do that, but he ended up doing so. That ulti and the attack speed from the Orchid making all the difference, apparently.
Yeah, Broodmother is still pushing top lane, but in reality, all the other two lanes, both mid and bot, is just completely in favor of TeG right now. They're playing really, really well.
Yeah, and they still have 4 towers up. Broodmother has taken 2, but that's about it, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big goal disadvantage, especially when they finally swing through and push the top 2 towers. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to do so. They probably have to be a little careful, at least dedicate 2 heroes, maybe a support hero. It's probably going to take more than that. They might need 3 heroes, because I think Broodmother could pretty effectively just pick off 1 support hero pushing a lane. So
I wouldn't be surprised to see a Gem pretty soon either, if they're going to push the top lane. Yeah, just to be able to handle her.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad decision. Dust or Gem, either way, is not a horrible decision. But Broodmother is going to continue soloing. Does she have her? Yeah, it looks like she has BKB on the way. And indeed, BKB finished. Means any dust popped, she's going to BKB up and go for a kill. It will be transferred. She can definitely sneak a kill out on the Crystal Maiden, I believe. But Morphling's actually here. Still no Manta, I believe. Yeah, he's just got a Yasha, but he is getting very close. Still about 1,000 gold away, and then he will have that.
Yeah, and it seems like now they're doing exactly as you said. There are 4 people pushing top lane. I can't even say top. I don't know why. And Windrunner is going to be going for the top lane. We see Lion going there as well. Doom pushing mid, and Lich actually TPing there as well.
Yep, the Radiant or the Dire team needs to defend this if possible. The Morphling Illusions are going to hit the Windrunner for a little bit of damage. There is the Glyph pop. There's the Sentry Ward up as well. And here comes Broodmother from the back. He's going to BKB. And he still hasn't BKB. He's jumping in and he gets stunned. Has not BKB'd yet. Crystal Maiden will go down in a second here. And who is Broodmother going to go on? The ulti from Priest has been popped. And Morphling's in a lot of trouble. He's actually might get picked off here. He is running away. Will he wait for him out? This is such a crazy team fight. Somebody finally got doomed. It is Broodmother. Earthshaker drops another stun down. I cannot believe the Dire are winning this fight. Are they going to be able to pick off the Broodmother? If they do pick him off, Earthshaker needs to drop another disable. Doom is still alive. And I think that's it for the team fight. Wow, Earthshaker going to feed himself. Morphling gets a kill on the Lich. This battle is still going here. Are they going to be able to pick off the Morphling?
Oh.
Or I'm sorry,
no.
the Anti-Mage. Not going to
happen. Yeah, the Anti-Mage is actually going to be able to get away. Morphling is in his best days right now. Doombringer was in a little bit of the blue there. And the reason why I just got out is because the Broodmother popped the BKB and it became twice his own size. And I just wanted to scream like a little girl.
I wish you would have. That would have really added a lot to the cast, I think.
Oh, yeah. But I bet you would. I bet you would.
Yes, I would. Alright, Doombringer surprisingly still hasn't picked up a single neutral creep. He does have a gem on the stash, so that's going to be pretty nice. But he literally needs to just roll into the jungle and pick up like a Kobold Taskmaster or something, man. He could be benefited from an extra ability that doesn't look like there's anything usable in his jungle, but even like a Centaur or a Frost Armor especially, like an Ogre Magi with Frost Armor, that makes a huge difference. It's 8 armor, and I believe Frost Armor goes through BKB as well, so that's going to reduce like all the damage done to the support heroes by both Anti-Mage and Broodmother. That's going to be his best option, but we'll see if he thinks about it.
Oh. And they paused the game.
Alright, well this is the best time to look at CS, that's for sure. So it looks like Doombringer is up to 154, Morphling at 166, Mirana at 147. She is 3-5-3. Did die quite a few times. Not quite a few times, but did die a few times in lane. Not necessarily expecting that. And wow, the farm compared to EHOME is ridiculous. EHOME sitting at 34 on line, 74 on Anti-Mage, 19 on Lich, 171 on Broodmother, and 95 on Windrunner. They are just really, really fighting uphill here. And Morphling about to get his Manta, so he's 10-1-2. Morphling doing very good.
Yeah, Morphling just he did get killed there on the top when he was trying to. He got a little bit too greedy. But I mean, the only one in the EHOME scene right now actually catching up to him is Brood Mother. I mean, Windrunner is getting there, but he's nowhere near as farmed as Doom and Morph and Mirana as well.
Yeah, his gold per minute is at 405. I don't know if you know about this fancy button, but press F4, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so nice. The gold per minute.
I usually use Alt and F4, but I know F4.
Oh, okay, good. I see. I understand. All right, cool. The gold farmed on EHOME is just absolutely inadequate. The gold, what's 12k difference? Yeah, they're at about 12k advantage here. If you guys are wondering why we're paused, Earthshaker did disconnect. I can confirm that by opening this up. This does happen sometimes. Is one of the few issues with Dota 2, but this isn't like a Dota 2 issue. This is like an internet issue. I mean, this is going to always happen. People are going to disconnect from games, and luckily we can just pause and wait out for them, and we don't actually have to like remake or something.
Then this was like a little bit of a problem with the servers. We had yesterday as well with what's his face.
Yeah, the people were disconnecting a lot. So it might be server issues, but it might be internet as well. So
yeah,
who knows?
obviously. So after this, you're gonna be casting what?
I believe I'm gonna have to whip it up. I believe it's an American team who I was not very familiar with. Opening up Ghost of Gamers right now. Dota 2 tab. And it is GDT versus WHB. WHB is Wild Honey Badgers. That is Synderen's team. I know that for a fact.
Wild Honey.
Honey Badgers.
What? Oh, alright.
Our game's about to start. So it's GDT versus Wild Honey Badgers. I don't know anything about GDT. I'll have to look at their roster later. I may know some of their players.
Yeah. Alright, so it seems like he is going to be back, and Earthshaker finally gets his Blink Dagger up.
Does he really? That's really good. I don't believe he has Arcane Boots. Probably just sitting on the Soul Ring, I expect. But that is the one nice thing about the Soul Ring, is you can just pick up the Soul Ring. You can get it earlier than the Arcane Boots. It's easier to build up towards. And Morphling kind of looking to be aggressive on the mid lane. He does have his Manta completed, so he has even more options fighting these different heroes. He's actually very, very heavy into agility right now. And wow, double disabling here on the Morphling. They disable his Lincolns. Will they get the kill? They do pick him off there. Wow. Very, very good chain disabling there coming out of EHOME.
Yeah, really nice play by Lion, blinking and getting that stun off, and then everything just went their way.
I'm curious what they used to disable. I think Lion might have done a Hex Impale immediate. They used something to stop the waveform basically, or to stop the Lincolns, because they have to disable the Lincolns and then disable them. And I think Lion just did a Blink Hex Impale, which immediately disabled the Morphling. It seems extremely instantaneous though. So fast that Morphling couldn't even Manta split or waveform away. So that was a huge pickup by EHOME. They're going to get a little bit more advantage, and hopefully can farm up this anti-mage a little bit farmer to come back into the game.
Yeah, and Broodmart is just doing, just as you said, 30 minutes into the game, still pushing his lane on top, and that somehow rhymed. But yeah, Doombringer coming in with that Radiance is going to be able to clean the lane pretty easily.
Yeah, that is definitely truth, man. Radiance damage is so good against heroes like Broodmother. He still does have that gem. Doesn't really expect to die. He also picks up a plate mail. I think he's had this for a little bit here. Probably going to go for an AC that really balances out the damage from the Radiance. Radiance is primarily picked up for the burn damage, but if you get the attack speed, you're actually going to benefit a lot from that 60 damage there as well. So he's going to do a pretty much semi-carry roll with the Doombringer, and they're going to continue pushing. They want to take the last tower before they go for Arax. They still have a big advantage. Morphling trying to stop all the lanes from pushing out. But he's going to have to be careful again. He's already died once. Lion does have a Blink Dagger, so he's got to be pretty careful. Will we see another disable? There's the waveform. He's going to Manta Split, go on the line, and wow, his damage is so good right now. Picks him off. His agility is really high. Look at that. He only has 39 strength, 74 agility. That lost him, or that got him killed in the mid lane. He didn't quite have enough HP, but absolutely paid off there. Makes those Manta Delusions do just so much more damage.
Yeah, I mean, he just went down so easily. I was a little bit scared at first. He was like, is he really going to wait for him in there with the stun and the hacks? But turned out to be fine anyways. He did actually get the stun off, but Windrunner didn't have anything to actually follow up.
Yeah, they would have had to maybe burn the Lincolns and do a little chain stunning, but it was fast enough, and he did do the Manta Splits. They didn't even know which one was real, and at that point, that's basically Morphling's greatest strength at this point in the game, is that he has a lot of disable protection with that Manta and the Lincolns, and his damage output isn't bad either. So they're going to go for the Roshan attempt here. The armor is gone. We're going to see if the Dire team can react to this, but they did just de-ward on the high ground, so I think it's going to be hard for EHOME to know.
Yeah, I just noticed, but does he actually have a spear sticking out of his body?
On
the back there?
Yes,
All right.
actually. I think I saw that on the comic as well the other day. I was like, is that like a spear coming out of him? But it definitely is. That's awesome.
It's like yeah, you don't want to pick that out? No, it's cool.
Yeah.
Gives me a little big character. We did see a power shot going through all of them, but wasn't really going to help anything. With Morphling now picking up the Aegis, wow.
Yeah, we're going to probably see a push a Rex attempt maybe. They might farm a little bit more, stop the top push. Once again, Broodmother always threatening to take a Rex, and especially now he's up to 2100 gold. Probably going to go for a, I would guess a Butterfly next, something like that. A major damage item that's going to put him into a hard carry. And looks like Smoke gets disabled on the line. They have some ice armor. And there's the Blink initiation. They're going on the Doombringer. He's going to get nuked down, I think. Yeah, he's going to absolutely die there. Earthshaker comes in. Gem is on the ground. Pick it up, man. Oh, they don't notice it. Somebody else grabs it or destroys it. Looks like line goes down. No, it's still there. Dies once again. Who's got it now? Morphling taking a lot of damage. He's going to lose his Aegis here.
It's still there.
Oh, man, it is. Somebody picks up and then they die or something. Or they're full items. I think that's what's happening. Hasn't been destroyed yet. I don't see anything. There's the arrow on the Broodmother. He's in a lot of trouble. Anti-Mage gets a fleeing kill on the Crystal Maiden. And this is looking really good for EHOME here, despite getting absolutely shut down in the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
Morphling is just quite not quite carrying hard enough here.
He needs to carry harder, man.
Yeah, for sure. The gem is gone.
I really want to see where that game went. Can't check the combat log.
Basically, I mean, Doombringer got picked off immediately. He didn't even get Doom off. He didn't get any abilities off. He just died. He wasn't quite tanky enough. They did spot the line by the secret shop, so realistically, he should have backed up. I mean, it was about the same time, but you know,
it did get picked up somewhere, but then the guy who picked it up died as well, and it was dropped a little bit to the right. But then they didn't know what happened to it.
Yeah, I think if you try to pick it up when you have full items, it picks it up and then moves a little bit. Because it's like, oh, you don't have full items. It's some weird Dota 2 mechanic. I'm not really sure how they'll work it out in the future, but Broodmother's still in the top lane. 3k gold now, he's got buyback money. And I think the Radiant team's going to be a little worried here. The Doombringer is probably upset he doesn't have an AC quite yet. He can get picked off by enough nukes. And maybe even something like a pipe would benefit him, or a heart. He kind of needs to basically just get more tank, but he's probably going to get the AC, I think. He's going to spot a ward on the top ground, or are they just asking for a ward? They will. I think he forgot that they don't have a gem anymore.
Yeah.
Confused.
I was about to say that, like, he still thinks he has the gem. Yeah, but there's the smoke, dust, Earthshaker probably not going to be able to use that. Seems like Earthshaker's still disconnected though. Yeah, he is, and they're still going to be...
just because it doesn't show his name doesn't mean he's disconnected. If he disconnects once, it'll just like not show his game for the rest for his name. Actually, he is. I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah,
if you
it
open
says
up
disconnected
the thing,
in the... Yeah.
Dang, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah,
they're
that's huge issue.
So someone is actually using two characters at the same time right now?
Yeah. These people are so good. I mean, it's not going to be absolute perfect. It's probably Crystal Maiden controlling him.
Yeah.
One of the easiest heroes to play in this situation. All he has is Crystal Nova and Frostbite. So.
And then you just stand there and ulti if you get. No, he hasn't even picked ulti yet. That's.
Wow.
Well,
illusions.
That's a good thing too.
Holy crap, man. There are so many illusions right now. Gonna replicate the Doombringer. He does this so that he has an extra radiance, basically. There's the stun from the line, and Doom immediately goes on him. He's gonna take a few nukes here. A lot of radiance damage being done. Anti-Mage gonna drain all of the mana out of the Doombringer, but huge initiation from the Earthshaker. Unfortunately, his Soul Ring and no line goes down here. Windrunner maybe the next. Morphling trying to pick him off. He's not gonna get the kill.
Oh, it's actually gonna be hitting Mirana and Crystal Maiden right there. Is Mironic going to be able to get away? Does seem like he's going to be able to. There's a stun coming in from Shaker. Is he going to be able to get it? There's the forward blink, and he is going to be able to pick up the kill on Mirana. And oh, Hex coming on top of Morphling. Are they going to be able to pick him up right there? Windrunner is going to be using Windrunner. Actually lying, misses that Fisher, or his stun at least. Waveform actually going to pick up the kill on Lion. There's a stun coming in from Earthshaker. Is Morphling going to be able to get away? Yeah, that Lincoln is going to be nullifying the Shackle shot.
Wow, the Anti-Mage left Earthshaker. He's just like, I'm not going to kill him. I can't believe it. That's really surprising to me. I thought for sure that Earthshaker was going to die, and then his Fissure absolutely proved clutch and kept Morphling alive there. That was pretty huge.
And he's even disconnected, so he's playing really well, even though he's not here.
Trying to fix his internet. He's really good at playing while he's trying to fix his internet, basically.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
I really do think Earthshaker does need to pick up his Arcane Boots. He's about 70 gold away here. He does have gold. Maybe he's actually
I think he needs to come back
I don't know. It's hard to say. There's actually a gem in the base. I don't know if that was the original gem or someone just bought a new one.
Right.
Not quite sure. But Doom will pick that up. He does have the gem now.
Yeah.
No TP scroll for him. They did get a tower. They picked off the tower, but no racks there, and it's getting a lot closer here. What's the gold difference? It's still going up, man. But as soon as EHOME picks off the remaining towers, we're going to see that gold difference just come crashing down, if it does end up happening. They still need to keep picking off the anti-mage. They need a sheep stick or something. They don't have enough disable, is definitely the best way to describe it.
They did get a tower on the top lane though, TEG that is, but they didn't get any Raxes yet, so it's still anyone's game. Well, usually in favor of TEG, but EHOME, they're slowly crawling their way back.
Yeah, and Doombringer is now looking for an Ogre Magi creep, you can tell, because he's just roaming from creep to creep. He's going to be so unfortunate, though. He's just going to spot a bunch of Mud Golems. He's going to have to kill him here. He's actually not even going to bother, man. He's trying to get good creeps, but you're not going to find him anywhere. He does end up just picking up the Satyr Hellcaller. That's going to give him 3 regen health aura. And the push from EHOME on the mid lane, we'll see if this ends up producing anything. We're going to see a smoke. Here comes the Earthshaker initiation. He's going to jump on the Windrunner. He does get fissured and doomed, but he did pop Windrunner before it ended up happening, so he might end up surviving. Chainfrost's going to come through, clears out the Earthshaker immediately, and bounces so many times between the Crystal Maiden and the Morphling. That is just really unfortunate for them. Crystal Maiden does go down. Going to be diving after Doombringer now. I'm getting a little bit of lag. There we go. And I think Doombringer's going to be okay here. They're going on the Lich now. Will they pick him off? The Lincolns does stop the Shackle Shot, and Morphling going to be trying to escape for a second. Does do a little bit of Morph Transfer, and now going on to the Anti-Mage. He does have a hood on himself, but man, he's actually taking a decent amount of damage here from the Morphling. Lich goes down. Will Morphling survive? He gets Shackle Shotted. This is really bad, but he's morphing strength. His HP is still going up here. I think he's going to be able to survive. He will. Holy crap. Morphling is so good, man.
The problem is Mirana actually going to be able to survive right now. She doesn't have... Well, she does have leap in 1 second, so yeah, she's probably going to be able to survive.
She lost her mana. She got... Oh man, okay, she had enough wand charges that she could leap. That was so close, though. I thought she lost all of her mana there. Man, EHOME is coming back. I cannot believe it.
Look at Broodmother, man. He's actually going to be able to get... Well, there's the blinking from Shaker, the ulti coming in. And actually that freeze, but BKB is going to be popped. And we'll just have to see.
Yeah, he's wisely going to TP out here. He knew that he probably wasn't going to be able to get a melee barracks before there was any reinforcements. He did snag a tower there, which is pretty huge. And Doombringer purchasing a chainmail, so he will be going for that AC. So did a nice job, and another tower in the mid lane dropped. And we will check this graph in just a second. It's going to swing back towards EHOME, man. 12k gold disadvantage, and they're coming back. I cannot believe it, honestly.
Well... A big part of that is just that Broodmother has been pushing the top lane all the time, but also really nice team fights coming out of EHOME. Even though in the early stages we saw a lot of nice timed stuff from TEG with the Mirana stunts on Fissures and stuff like that, but in the end game right now I see EHOME is just a lot more collected.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Morphling does end up picking up a Butterfly over a Ethereal Blade. This is smart because it's going to allow him to actually carry better against the Anti-Mage. If he would have gotten an Ethereal Blade maybe 10 minutes ago, I would say go for it, because then he could have picked off those really low HP support heroes, but this is going to allow him to do a lot of damage and hopefully tank a lot of his shots. And why is he being so aggressive, man? Okay, he does have an illusion, so he can get out, but he could get chain stunned here, and he is silenced as well, and he makes a huge mistake and feeds himself once again. Tries to outplay his opponents using his ultimate, but they have a freaking lion, dude. You can't dick around with stuff like that. Seriously, wow.
Got a freaking lion. Yeah. And are they gonna be able to? No, they're not gonna pursue Mirana. But yeah, I think that's a huge part as well to why EHOME is gonna be able to get back into this game, because Morphling has been dying just stupidly 2 times now, as I can see it. First on the bottom lane, where he just ran in and got juked, and now this.
And he's died just like that. That just happened. Another time in the mid lane where he was looking around for a kill, trying to pick off a solo hero with a waveform Manta split, and he ends up getting chain stunned down and picked off. I mean, it's just a huge mistake there, dying twice like that. He's their carry man. This pushed back his Butterfly by like 5 minutes, despite him getting like 15, 3, and 2 is his KD right now. Despite that, it is literally partially his mistake right now that is causing them to lose this game.
Invisibility.
I think from their part they won 10 minutes ago, and they just, I think they played a little bit more sloppy than they did in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, for sure. Mirana is actually at equal gold with the Anti-Mage. Both Doomir and Morphling are at 20k. Broodmother's about 19, so they still have a big farm advantage. Even their supports are doing pretty good. Earthshaker and Crystal Maiden are doing pretty decent on gold gain, but it's pretty amazing that it's come this far. We do have the AC completed on the Doombringer. He's looking for another good creep, and is he going to find? He still hasn't killed these freaking Mud Golems, man. What do you expect? He's probably wants a Kobold Taskmaster. I think that would be the best thing. Or the Dark Troll Warlord is also extremely good as well, because then you get a 1.5 second net long range, and they did pop their Priest of the Moon ulti. We'll see if they go for a Roshan attempt. They're checking it. They're looking around for heroes, and they're still on the high ground. The Invis is about to run out. It does run out. Are they going to get spotted? There's nothing by the Radiant team that will give vision. Crystal Maiden will find the Anti-Mage, and his illusions actually are going to scout out the Roshan attempt. I think. No, the illusions go away, but I think EHOME is aware they're grouping up. There's the smoke, and they're going to be on their way shortly. Even Broodmother is coming with, and Broodmother has a freaking sheep stick, dude. That is so good, but the Aegis does drop, and Morphling picks it up, so very interesting.
Huge push on top now, but we do see the Earthshaker is going to be TPing in there. Those tiny spiders is not going to be able to do that much against the Raxes.
And very importantly, seriously, I want to talk about how awesome this sheep stick is on the Broodmother. That is so ridiculously powerful, and Mirana gets picked off in the jungle here using that smoke there. I think they decided that the Radiant team wasn't ganking. They LTP to the top lane, so they're like, oh, well, let's just use our smoke and try to get a gank kill, and they absolutely ended pulling that off, so very nicely done by them.
But I think Broodmother could have gone for a lot more damage as well, but you had a really nice reason to why this Ginso or Sheepstick is a good pickup.
It's one of the best items in the game by far. Probably top 3 item in the game. It's so good. The 3.5 second disable, it's 900 range, gives him, I mean, he doesn't need the mana regen by any means. He already has that Orchid. He's got way more mana regen than he needs, but the 3.5 second disable is really all you need. I mean, Morphling's been getting chain stunned from full HP to no HP, and he look at this. He's up to 1800 HP. He's been buffing it up. He knows that he can't cut it that close because they've been doing such a good job of picking up disables, and that's why they end up picking up. So he's gonna have a 6-second Orchid, and then after that's done, he's gonna sheep him for 3.5 seconds. That is so much disable. I'm sorry, 5 seconds silence on Orchid, but still, that is so much disable coming on those heroes.
Yeah, and then you have the stuns coming in from Lion as well as the hacks and a shackle shot. So if they caught him off guard again, he's definitely gonna be going down.
And as we talk up Broodmother for 45 seconds, he gets picked off. Very nice gank. Finally, the Radiant team goes for the gank. It's going to be Earthshaker blinking in and disabling him, using an Echo Slam even, and forcing him for some buyback there. So he will have to spend that money. He's going to be able to farm that up pretty fast anyways, so they're not too worried about that. But if there was no buyback, that could have been a very, very good Rax there. And most importantly, they did do that on the top lane, which is missing the tower. So there's the smoke up from EHOME. They're going to be looking for another kill. They will possibly run into the Radiant team in the jungle here. We do still have a Morphling illusion. He TP'd to the bot lane, but he will be back top in just a second for the team fight.
Oh, there we go, the ulti coming in from Lich, and the Doom on top of Winner. The Winner is going to be going down. The Lich ulti still bounces around. Ulti from Crystal Maiden. No one is actually picking her off. Anti-Mage is looking for a kill on the Earthshaker, and Broodmother needs to be going down as well. And Anti-Mage is blinked in, and he's going to be going down as well. Wow.
Finally, the Radiant team, TeG, wins a good team fight, man. That is like their first team fight where everything went right. Doom landed on an important support hero or int hero before she casted anything. That means no pipe out of Windrunner, no power shot, no mech, nothing. Morphling splits off, does a lot of damage. There was a DD on the Priest of the Moon. She had her Diffusal Blade, and even we saw good stunts from Earthshaker and even the ulti from Crystal Maiden, which really, really paid off there. And they're finally going to get a well-deserved Rax. Broodmother got picked off. That was just excellent, very, very excellently executed there by the Radiant team.
Well, a lot about it was that EHOME got caught a little bit off guard. I mean, the Windrunner just ran in and got picked up in just a few seconds, and the Lich ulti didn't do that much damage either. I mean, obviously it did a lot, but it bounced it not on 2 players, it just bounced around a little bit. And the Earthshaker didn't get enough stuns off. But like you said, really well played by TeG.
Yeah, I love what they're doing here. They're going for the frickin' triple Rax. They leave the top lane, 1 Rax left over, and look at that. As a result, they didn't just take it easy and go for a double Rax. They literally triple Raxed here. There's 1 building remaining, and the game is over. Just an absolutely huge swing. And EHOME calls good game. What a awesome game. This is the best game I've watched in a long time. That was really great. Back and forth. I thought that was over so much earlier.
Yeah.
Really big win from TeG, taking down EHOME.
I was a little bit scared there for a while when EHOME just started pushing them down, winning every team fight. But all it really took was for TeG to win one fight, and then it would be able to push it in. And EHOME knew that, so it's like, well, if we lose a team fight, we lose for reals. But
yep, especially close to their base like that, where they fall in the jungle. That's all that matters. They were able to pull out the win there. So very, very well played by TeG. They definitely deserve that. Finally got a good team fight off, and ended up pulling out the win here in this game of the Twins.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we will move on to the next game. I'll just refresh this here to make sure that it is up in a second.
Yo.
And then we'll be back. Are you casting the next one with me as well? Looks like we have 19 minutes left.
I'll check, but I'll be here for the time being at least. I'm gonna just chat a little bit with people around and see how it's gonna go. But I'm just saying maybe.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, so guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 20 minutes here for the next game of the Defense.
Yep.
It's going to be GDT versus WHB, which is Wild Honey Badger's Cinderin's team. And it should be another awesome game. Very, very great stuff so far from this tournament. So thank you guys for watching. Once again, this is Purge and Maven casting TeG versus EHOME. Very fun to watch. Thank you guys.
Peace out.